The chaos in my head matches the chaos around me. A storm rages inside and the waves nearly drown me. Can I step out of the boat, keeping my eyes fixed on Jesus? Are we living in God's plan or only to please us? The lies, the distractions, all meant to steal hope. Take every thought captive to loosen the rope. The bondage of sin, debt I could never repay. He took to the cross and the stone rolled away. So the life that you see isn't all an illusion as the enemy tries to create the confusion. My God is the one that brings order from chaos. Although the weapons may form, they won't slay us. From glory to glory, help me live in alignment. Lord, use me. You choose me. Reveal the assignment. Child of God, I claim it. That's my name now. I will step out in faith without knowing the how. Your light at my feet, you work all things for good, turning pain into purpose like only you could. So I wrote that the other day when I was journaling, and I realized that I needed to just share it and, practice what I preach, right? I talk all the time about things that you see other people doing that you're just drawn to or that really light you up or that you see something in them and you just can't take your eyes off them. And that's part of my story, right? About uh creating Live Bold and hosting an event and things like that. I was sitting in an event myself and I saw somebody on stage who I was just so drawn to. And one of the other speakers pointed out, that's because there's something in her that you see something in her that's in you too. And and that like hit me right in the gut, right? Because I was like, I don't talk in front of people. I don't public speak. Like, are you crazy? No. So, and I've talked about this before on the podcast too, but just those God winks, right? Of things that you're drawn to. And we don't realize that we're being drawn to a light in them that's in us too. And, there may be some gift or talent or, special thing that they do. And this is another one, this spoken word. So and writing as well. I love writing. I've always been writing. It's so funny. I found the other day a book, my very first book that I wrote when I was, gosh, I want to say 8 or 9 years old, about the age of my youngest son right now. And, I just have to laugh. You look back at all these things that either you see other people doing, or the other thing is to pay attention to these things that you really enjoyed doing when you were younger, whether it was as a kid or just as a younger adult, or just, not that long ago, before either the world told you you couldn't do it or somebody in your life, didn't believe in you or just life happened, right? A lot of the women who, are in this community and or listen to this show, are just connected into the Live Bold movement, are attracted to it because maybe they felt like they kind of lost themselves a little bit. And that's part of my story, right? Just in, it's not in bad things. We can pour ourselves into our kids and kind of lose our sense of self in motherhood. We can lose our sense of identity in a relationship. That's also part of my story back, in my younger years where my identity wasn't rooted in Christ. And, I placed my worth in the relationships that I was in. And there's just so many things that God will put on your heart and put in your path and different people doing things. And we got to pay attention.